For generations, modern Christianity has inherited the assumption that Yahweh is the almighty, all-powerful creator, the Most High whom Jesus revealed as his Father. Yet the Old Testament itself preserves passages that directly contradict this assumption. Passages so uncomfortable that most teachers either avoid them or allegorize them into oblivion. But the text remains. And the text tells a story modern doctrine refuses to hear. Yahweh was not unstoppable. Yahweh was not supreme. Yahweh could lose. And he did. This video examines one of several significant biblical moments where Yahweh's power met its limits, where his warfare, his authority, and his promised victories faltered, where the fact that he was a bene-elohim, Son of God, showed, and the reality that he was not the Most High God came shining through. These moments matter, not because they embarrass the scriptures, but because they expose the reality of who Yahweh actually was. A territorial Elohim, a being of real power but not ultimate power, serving under the Most High, El Elyon, within the ancient heavenly council. At some point, he made a covenant with Israel himself and allowed conflation, or directed it, of scriptures during King Josiah's reign. King Josiah was part of what was called the Yahweh cult and destroyed anything having to do with any other god besides Yahweh, including El Elyon, the Most High Father. Textual edits are evident to scholars today because of resulting incorrect grammar that point to scribes conflating Yahweh into El Elyon, and Israel began to see Yahweh as the Most High God. Jesus never claimed Yahweh was his Father. The Old Testament itself never shows Yahweh as omnipotent, omniscient, or unassailable. And when we examine the text without inherited filters, the truth becomes painfully clear. Yahweh operated under limitations that the Father Jesus revealed never shares. 1. Judges 1:19. Yahweh defeated by iron chariots. There is no way to soften the force of this verse. So the Lord was with Judah, and they drove out the inhabitants of the mountains, but they could not drive out the inhabitants of the lowland because they had chariots of iron. Judges 1:19, NKJV. The Hebrew text is even more blunt. Yahweh was with Judah. Judah attempted the conquest with Yahweh's help, and they failed. Why? The enemy had better military technology. Yahweh was not the Most High, omnipotent Father. This is not a metaphor. It is not symbolic. It is a concrete military defeat caused by Yahweh's inability to overcome iron chariots. Is he God or not? You tell me. A God who created the universe does not lose to primitive Bronze Age ironwork. But a regional warrior deity whose power depended on covenant loyalty, ritual purity, and geographical domain? That is exactly the kind of being who might lose when facing superior weaponry. The text preserves a theological reality. Yahweh's strength was formidable, but not absolute. His power was real, but not infinite. And his victories depended on conditions, not on divine omnipotence.